We didn't have anything. So imagine driving to Bakersfield in a van that went all the way to Bakersfield.
Driving to Bakersfield in general is scary.
Exactly.
Add that pressure onto it.
So we get there, and guess who was my very first interview? Cesar Chavez.
Oh,
Stop it.
Wow.
Cesar Chavez was my very first interview.
Welcome back to the zoo. We have another amazing guest today whose accomplishments go beyond journalism and film and politics. Give it up for Gina Felix Goldman. How are you? Thank you for being here.
Thank you. No,
you look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. I know you guys are super busy, but you know, I'm here. Thank you so much.
We're very excited that you're here. So, I mean, you're known as one of the pioneers of journalism and, you know, on Telemundo, and that couldn't be any more crucial in our media landscape right now. Was that something that you always set out to do?
Oh, no. No. No, yeah, and I laugh because you know what? I went to school for acting. I know how to act. It's in my blood, you know. I mean, I grew up with the best actors that existed, but I was terrible in math. And I was flunking class. And one teacher said, you know what, you're in jeopardy of not passing. We're going to flunk you, but you need to take extra credit. And I was like freaking out because I come from a very conservative, very strict, religious family, very like super strict. And I was, oh my gosh, I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So, yeah, I'm not gonna graduate. And so the teacher said, well, you have a choice of Chicano studies for extra credit, cooking, or journalism. I said, Chicano, I don't know Chicano. Cooking, I don't know how to cook. So I'll take journalism. So there, you know, I went to, took journalism classes. I went to an interview at Channel 52 when Channel 52 was barely starting. Okay, and I sent them my transcripts. They interviewed me, and I got in. And just because I'm the niece of Maria Felix doesn't mean that they're going to give me a job, you know, as an anchor. No. I started preparing coffee, and it burned. So, but you know, I learned. You know, I was.
That's why you didn't do the cooking class.
Yeah, I didn't do. That's exactly why. Yeah. And so. You know, I did what you had to do, you know, as an intern, you know, starting from the very bottom. And then one day, one reporter who I'm not going to say, I'm not going to name, I'm not going to throw that person under the bus, decided not to show up because of, you know, whatever reason. Enrique Gratas back then, because I worked with Enrique Gratas, Maria Laria, Marcel Urquidi, Rey Londoño, Laura Lucio, Frank Cruz, Pablo Gratas. I mean, real journalists. Okay, not the paparazzis that you have nowadays. You know, that's not journalism. Okay. So Enrique was really upset because we had to get the news out, and you know, very typical Argentinian. You know, the way Argentinians, you know, express themselves. Anyway, so they needed, you know, a reporter. And then Pablo, who was working there also, he said, well, send Gina. I was like, me? I didn't even know. I was like, me? I didn't even know how to drive. I didn't have a driver's license. And I had a chauffeur that was driving me to Channel 52 to do my internship. That's how strict my parents, yeah. And so, anyway, Pablo said, no, send Gina. So Enrique said, okay, fine. So then you told Pablo, his son, you're going to do the camera, you're going to drive. So, and Gina's going to do the interview. So we drove all the way to Bakersfield. And back then, you know, Channel 52 was barely starting. They didn't have a budget, okay? So can you imagine, I mean, right now they have, you know, these TV stations, they have fancy, you know, vans with the satellite and the air conditioner. We didn't have anything. So imagine driving to Bakersfield in a van that went all the way to Bakersfield.
Driving to Bakersfield in general is scary.
Exactly.
Add that pressure onto it.
So we get there, and guess who was my very first interview? Cesar Chavez.
Oh,
stop it.
Wow.
Cesar Chavez was my very first interview. Why? Because the story was about the farm workers, how they were getting exploited. They were getting paid 25 cents a strawberry.
Wow.
Yeah. So I finished, I did the interview, and Cesar Chavez pulled me to the side, and we started talking, and then he said, turn over there, and I turned over there, and he said, look over there. I said, oh, well, they're like an idiot, you know? And he said, you see them? Those are your people. do whatever you can to help your people, give back to your community. Those are your people. And you know what? He was right. Those are my people. And ever since then, I've been helping my people, helping my community.
Wow.
Wow.
So how far, when you obviously got deeply enrooted in journalism and reporting, when did you decide to take the step into politics?
Well, because I saw the injustices that took place, okay, and I was like, well, how could this be taking place? How could I keep my mouth shut? How could I just stand by and do nothing? Oh, no, this can't take place. And so I started getting more involved in the community, whoever I had to talk to, whoever, I mean, so that, and one thing led to another, And, but not only in politics, I would make sure, along with the support of my family, okay? Because I never do anything alone. Like I said, I come from a very large, strict, conservative, very religious family. And we're a lot. And when we make a decision, this is gonna sound ridiculous, but we do get together and we take a vote. That's how we are, okay? And so, so we said, okay, fine, there's a candidate that might help, that says that that's going to help, the Latino community or the African-American community, or that they're going to, okay, let's investigate this human being and let's see if this person is on the up and up. And if they are, let's support them and endorse them and see what we can, And guess what? And that's how we got involved, and we helped Antonio Villaraigosa.
Wow.
We helped him when he ran for assembly member. We helped him when he ran for city council, for mayor, and for that matter also Bob Hertzberg, who's the state senator right now of the San Fernando Valley.
Okay. I also love that you do a lot with women empowerment.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm like, because you come from La Familia de Maria Felix. But even just saying that, right? Like we're not going by the norm, which is La Familia del Señor. No, it's like La Familia de Maria Felix. Was this kind of ingrained in you from as a little girl with your family being close, just having woman empowerment and sintiéndose poderosa?
I find it very interesting because people get discombobulated. Oh, you're the niece of Maria Felix, but to us, it's just a regular aunt, you know?
Era tan fuerte,
okay.
ella. So esa esencia,
She was, but not only her, so was my mom and my aunts, and it's a character that's
from the family,
automatically instilled in us. It comes automatic. Okay.
So we love that you're here. Give it up for our fabulous guest today. Tell everybody where they can follow you and where they can follow your initiatives.
Well, it's important because I'm going to be very honest. Because of security and privacy, I don't have social media, Instagram, Facebook, or even an email. I'm very cautious, and if I do, and when I do make or give interviews, it has to be interviews that or a show that they give back to the community, and that's why I'm here.
Well, we're so happy that you're here. Thank you for being here.
Wow.
Gina, thank you so much for being here and sharing your message. We're out of time, but it's been amazing to have you here. Give it up for Gina Felix Goldman. Thank you to all the guests we've had today. You guys, this was The Zoo. We'll see you next time, and be safe out there.